Welcome to ComicsBoi, a channel where I take your favorite comic book heroes and tell you the latest stories involving them. Today we look at the first Rebirth arc for Titans, the return of Wally West. Wally used to have a great life. He was a speedster fighting with the Flash as Kid Flash, till he eventually became the Flash. He was with the Teen Titans and he had met the love of his life, until something came and rewrote his entire life. His friends forgot him, but Barry Allen remembered. He pulled Wally out of the Speed Force. We see Wally and Barry discussing what's wrong with the world. It feels like something is watching over them. Wally says he should go meet the Titans, and Barry tells him to change the costume because he's not Kid Flash anymore. He's a Flash. And Wally changes it using the Speed Force. Wally says he's going to make things right with this world, with his friends. We then cut to Dick Grayson's loft, where he's having his mind read by Omen, Lilith Clay, a member of the Titans. We find out that Omen sees a certain name in Wally's head. Linda Park, the woman he loved. The Titans make fun of Wally until Nightwing tells Wally that he can make new memories with her, because she doesn't remember him, and Roy, or Arsenal, says Dick is right. Wally says he tried, and it didn't really help. We then move to Linda Park, who's writing an article about how a mysterious figure approached her. He looked like the Flash, but he was different. She'd never seen him before. We see the Titans discuss who this new threat who each time could be. The threat who make them forget Wally, and they come to the conclusion that maybe someone called Mammoth knows. And then they leave and tell Wally to let Omen read his mind when he's ready. We then see Roy emerge from nowhere and begin to shoot down some of Mammoth's Goonies. We then see Donna knock out several Goonies and say she got a name. And says she got a name. Simon. We then see Donna and Roy have a conversation on the past and how they must move on, but also get everything they lost because of this threat back too. We then see Omen is still trying to read Wally, but is getting nowhere. All he can think about is Linda. Roy and Donna both think they should go out and find Simon until Omen screams. She found a lead, but by looking at it, she woke it up. A villain. They had to go to Keystone City as fast as possible. We then see a magician pass out at a child's party. The magician turns into a younger figure, and the child says magic is dumb, and he wants to go to space. The magician smiles and sends the child's party to space, where everyone chokes to death. Or not. He takes them back to Earth so they can tell everyone that Abracadabra, the man who made Wally West disappear, is back. And now, he's going to destroy him. The next issue opens up with the old Titans, the Teen Titans, when Nightwing was Robin and Wally was Kid Flash, standing there and waiting for the Titans to come. Linda approaches them and asks whether Wally remembered her, but this Wally is fake and made by Abracadabra, and he says he doesn't. We then see Nightwing try to clear the road until a past version of Tempest hits him from behind. To avoid confusion, throughout the rest of this arc, we're going to be referring to the present versions as their real name and the fake Abracadabra versions as their superhero names. We then see Donna knock out Tempest, and Dick blocks a batarang from Robin. We then see Robin and Dick fight until Robin knocks Dick to the ground and grabs him by the throat. We see Wally and Kid Flash race each other. We see Wally then trick Kid Flash and then wonder where the hell he is. We then see Donna fight Tempest and ask how this is possible, but Dick says it doesn't matter, defeat them, and then Roy says if they are their past selves, they have the edge of experience. But then Wonder Girl grabs him from behind, and then Roy tells her not to kill her, because he loves her. Donna stares at Roy before Tempest knocks her out. We then see Roy pull the lasso and punch Wonder Girl, and then we see Lilith try to save Linda, until Omen comes and reads Lilith's mind, finding out that Wally loves Linda. We then see Abracadabra confused as Wally and Linda, according to his calculations, are not supposed to have met yet. And then we see Garth hear Abracadabra and then alert the rest of the team. Garth then attacks Kadabra and asks who he is and what he wants. He says a magician never reveals their plans, and then using the lasso, Roy gets information out of Wonder Girl that the magician is Kadabra. We then see Wally take Garth away just as he gets blasted by Kadabra. Garth is on the ground and Kadabra tells Wally that he was the one who made Wally forgotten by everyone, and then Wally is furious, lightning in his eyes. He stares at Kadabra, and Kadabra smiles. We then see Kadabra disappear with his fake titans as Dick and Wally attack him, and Garth slowly wakes up. Kadabra then announces himself to Keystone City and says that this was just the opening act. He can't wait to show them the finale. Kadabra disappears with his fake titans, and then Lilith picks up Linda Parker. Wally is about to rush to Linda, but Dick tells him that Lilith should handle it first, and Wally says he's right. We then see Dick and Wally see if Garth is okay, and Garth says he owes Wally. Wally saved his life. Roy tells the people that the city is safe and not a giant rabbit, but then Donna pulls him away and says, are they going to talk about when he said he loved her? He said he was lying, but then Donna says that he had the lasso of persuasion around him. Roy says it was probably fake, and he's a great liar. Donna asks if he really doesn't love her, and he says yes, to which Donna replies good and walks off. See, I'm a great liar, he whispers looking down. Wally then tells the Titans about what Kadabra can do and that he could be anywhere by now. We see Kadabra and his fake Titans talk about what they learned, and they come to the conclusion that Linda Parker is Wally's weakness. Did I say Linda Parker? Sorry. Linda Park is Wally's weakness, and Kadabra says it is impossible for them to know each other. But the fact that Wally knows her could only be the working of him. Kadabra will use the Titans and Linda against Wally. And Kadabra will use Linda against Wally and for his final act. We then see Lilith come in and say that Linda is okay, and Wally runs out. Dick screams for him to stop, but then Roy tells Dick that the heart wants what it wants. Selena Gomez reference. Wally shocks Linda again, and then Linda says he could make up for everything with an exclusive, and when Linda asks why he's here, he kinda looks confused. We then see Linda get taken away by Kadabra, and Wally is furious. The next issue opens off with Kadabra toying with Wally, and then Kadabra says he has 1 hour to find Linda. We then see Kadabra and the fake Titans have Linda hanging over something. Kadabra then speaks a bit with Linda and says she is very useful in getting Wally West and finally defeating him forever. The Titans comfort Wally, who seems to be having a breakdown because Kadabra has the woman he loves. Dick then tells Wally that they will find her and tells Lilith this isn't Lilith's fault and that they can use her telepathic connection to find Kadabra. Lilith finds out what it seems like Kadabra is in 3 different locations, and the Titans split up to find Linda. For Wally. Kadabra says it's working and that he's doubled all of his Titans' powers to fight their counterparts. Now go! Kill the Titans! We then see Wally and Roy head to one location. They are met by Robin and Kid Flash. They leap into battle and Wally instantly realizes they've been enhanced. Linda asks Kadabra why she's here, and Kadabra tells her she's important to Wally. We then see Garth and Lilith fighting against Wonder Girl and Arsenal. We also see that Dick and Donna are fighting against Aqualad and Omen. Donna knocks Omen out, and then Aqualad sends Dick flying away before Donna charges at him. Wally is being outrun by Kid Flash until he throws him into a wall, and Roy is getting kicked by Robin. We then see Robin grab Roy by the neck and ask if Wally is fast enough to save him, and Wally tells him that Robin has no idea. Kadabra tells Linda that speedsters, when they go too fast, lose themselves, and that could happen to Wally, considering he doesn't have an anchor anymore. He doesn't have Linda anymore. Just as Wally's about to charge in to save Roy, Kadabra pops up and shows Wally his problems. Roy's death, Dick and Donna's death, Lilith and Garth's death, or Linda's death. And to make it more interesting, Dick and Donna are in Coast City, Garth and Lilith are now in Metropolis, and Linda is in Gotham. 7,000 miles to cover, and Wally needs to run, even if it kills him. First, Wally takes out Robin, who is right in front of him. Wally then makes calculations on priorities. The rope Linda's hanging from will take 5 seconds to burn. The arrows from Arsenal will take about 3 seconds, while he has no idea how long it will take to fry mines, so he rushes to Coast City. He gets there, knocks out Aqualad and Omen before then deciding his next location. He realizes that Linda doesn't love her and maybe he doesn't need to save her, but no. Linda may never love him, but he will always love her, and she will be saved, as will Lilith and Garth. He saves his friends and now Linda in Gotham. He saves Linda, and as he is about to disappear into the Speed Force, he sees Linda and Linda sees him. "Take my hand?" he asks. As Linda reaches in, he disappears, and Kadabra has finally beat Wally West. Linda punches Kadabra, demanding he bring Wally back. But Kadabra says he can't. He makes the Titans come to explain to her what happens when you're lost in the Speed Force. Roy shoots Kadabra, but Kadabra stops it and says Wally was the only one fast enough to stop him, and now that Wally's gone, he's won. We then see Wally in heaven with Linda, a Linda that loves him, and then he tells Linda that he loves her, and Linda says she loves him too. But this isn't real. Linda tells her that the real Linda doesn't love him yet, and Wally's eyes pop open with the yet. Wally tells her even if he wanted to, he can't go home, but then Linda tells him he can. And then he realizes he just needs an anchor. Real life Linda. The Titans are getting defeated by Kadabra until Lilith reads his mind and begins to get to him. He blasts Lilith away and the fighting continues. Wally realizes that Linda isn't working, and then he thinks his friends, the Titans. Linda tells Wally he needs to let her go and fight with his friends. He begins to think of memories with the Titans. He tells Linda he loves her, and then he runs away at top speed. Wally then pops up and punches Kadabra. He tells Kadabra that friendship and love is the real magic, and then he throws Kadabra into the Speed Force. The Titans look shocked, and then they all do a group hug until Linda shows up and Wally begins to talk with her. Linda says that this was great, and Wally tells her to wait till she gets to know him. We then see Linda scream at Wally and say that all she wants is that exclusive with Wally, and then she leaves. Wally and the Titans talk about Kadabra, and Lilith says she got one word from Kadabra's mind. Manhattan. We then see Deathstroke looking at the footage and pausing when Wally's face comes and says, "Who are you?" So that concludes the Titans arc. After this, they move into Manhattan and make the Titan Tower there. This is followed by a filler and then the Made in Manhattan arc, which I assume will be chasing that Kadabra lead, but at the same time being stopped by Deathstroke. I don't know yet. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. The filler will definitely be up. The filler's got Superman. Superman's everywhere in DC Rebirth. Check out our other videos. Subscribe, like the videos, look at the schedule to know what's coming next, and suggest what you want to see on the channel, because I'm making it for you guys. So, tell me what arc you guys want to read. Not really read, but watch. And, well, that's basically it. See ya!